Have you ever spent time with someone and walked away feeling hollow? Not angry, not sad, just drained, like something inside you was quietly pulled away while you were too polite to notice. Carl Jung called this energetic dynamic a form of unconscious shadow interaction. It's not always about arguments. It's not about toxic people yelling at you. It's far more subtle. It's about the invisible cost of constantly managing someone else's emotional world while your own energy slowly disappears. This video is about those people, the ones who wear a smile but leave you tired, the ones who always need something but never really give anything back, the ones who never seem to grow but always need your light to function. Here's the truth. Not all emotional vampires are loud or abusive. Some are kind, helpful, even loving. But after every conversation, you feel like you've just run a marathon with no finish line. Why? Because underneath that interaction, there was a hidden transaction. One where you became the emotional battery, and they, the unconscious consumer. They may not even realize they're doing it, but Jung warned us. When we fail to integrate the shadow, we seek energy from others through projection, control, or passive dependence. These people are often not malicious, but they are unaware. And what they don't know about themselves, they force you to carry. Their sadness, their insecurities, their constant need to be validated, reassured, saved. And if you're an empath, a giver, a peacekeeper, you'll take on their weight without question, until your soul feels like it's running on fumes. Carl Jung taught us something profoundly uncomfortable. What we reject in ourselves, we often project onto others. And here's where it gets dangerous. When someone hasn't owned their insecurity, they'll project it onto you and expect you to soothe it. When someone feels powerless, they'll unconsciously put you in situations where you must fix everything. When someone has repressed shame, they'll find ways to make you feel guilty instead. And you, the listener, the caregiver, the strong one, might not even realize what's happening. You just know that after every interaction, you feel heavier, cloudier, more emotionally fatigued than before the conversation started. That's because you weren't just listening, you were absorbing, you were processing pain that wasn't yours. And over time, this becomes a silent contract, one you never signed, but feel obligated to uphold. Watch for this. You feel obligated to be strong around certain people. Your body subtly tightens when they text or call. You prepare emotionally before seeing them. You leave the interaction, feeling not bad, but off. You feel guilty for needing space from them. You constantly feel on guard emotionally. These are not random reactions. They are your unconscious mind sending up warning signals. Jung said that when we're around someone whose shadow is undealt with, we either become their mirror or their sponge. Either way, you lose energy. But there's a twist. Many energy-draining people don't even know they're doing it, because no one ever taught them how to self-regulate, self-reflect, or sit with discomfort without using someone else as a crutch. And so they reach for you, again and again, like you're a light switch that must always stay on. But here's the truth. You're not here to be someone's emotional power source. You're here to burn bright on your own terms. Your intuition always knows first. Long before your mind catches up, your body feels it. You tense up before seeing them. You feel tired the moment they enter the room. Your smile becomes a mask. Your words get quieter. And afterward, you feel like you just gave a part of yourself away, without even knowing what or why. That's not social fatigue. That's energetic theft. Carl Jung believed that psychic energy, the emotional, mental, and spiritual force that powers our being, can be drained when we are stuck in relationships built on shadow projection. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul, Jung once said. And that's where the draining begins. When someone close to you refuses to meet their own pain, they subconsciously assign it to you. You become the vessel for their unspoken grief, the target for their displaced anger, the surrogate for their emotional immaturity. And you think you're just being there for them. But what you're really doing is losing small pieces of yourself, one interaction at a time. These people often talk at you, not with you. Interrupt constantly, but rarely listen. Make your victories feel like their insecurities. Need validation, but never give it back. Feel threatened by your boundaries. Disguise control as concern. Project failure or doubt onto your success. And yet, they may never raise their voice. They may never say anything obviously hurtful. That's why it's so dangerous. Because you'll question your own reactions. You'll wonder if you're too sensitive, too selfish, too cold for needing distance. But you're not cold. You're burning out. Carl Jung believed that the most dangerous energy is not the visible kind, but the unconscious field between two people where projection and denial go unspoken. And in that field, you either lose yourself slowly or wake up. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. You begin to recognize the subtle tremors in your nervous system. You feel your body begging for space. And you realize this isn't about them. It's about you coming home to yourself. So, what do you do when you realize someone is draining your energy? You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to create conflict. But every time you engage, you feel yourself disappearing. Carl Jung offered a powerful insight for moments like this. Individuation begins the moment you stop living for the projections of others and start reclaiming the parts of yourself you gave away. Let's make one thing clear. Withdrawing isn't abandonment. It's reintegration. You're not rejecting the person. You're returning to yourself. How to reclaim your energy without guilt. Pause before reacting. When you feel drained, your instinct might be to over-explain or fix. Instead, stop, breathe, ask, is this really mine to carry? Name the dynamic internally. You don't have to confront or accuse. Simply name what's happening inside. I feel energetically pulled. This interaction is costing me clarity. Naming it breaks the spell. Set invisible boundaries. Not all boundaries require words. Sometimes it's emotional detachment, less engagement, slower replies, a subtle but steady withdrawal of your energy from the drama. Choose discomfort over depletion. Walking away might feel awkward at first, but staying will destroy your peace in the long run. Some people enter your life to reflect something hidden within you. Once you've learned the lesson, the energy no longer fits. Jung said, "You meet your destiny on the road you took to avoid it." So if you've been avoiding walking away, if you've been trying to fix what keeps draining you, maybe this is your turning point. You don't have to hate them. You don't have to cut them out dramatically, but you do have to protect the version of you that's trying to come alive again. And that version of you, the one who glows with peace, who radiates clarity, who no longer burns out to keep others warm, needs your full protection now. You don't owe anyone access to your light. Let's end here with a truth most people never say out loud. You don't owe anyone permanent access to your light, not even the ones you love, not even the ones who mean well. not even the ones who have walked beside you for years. Because light, your energy, your presence, your soul, was never meant to be handed out endlessly to those who do not know how to hold it with care. Carl Jung taught us that what you do not make conscious will rule your life like fate. And so many of us, especially the kind-hearted, the spiritually sensitive, the ones who were taught to give without question, we have allowed people to plug into us like we are some eternal, overflowing source. But even the sun has boundaries. Even the ocean says no to the shore. If someone consistently leaves you feeling confused, tired, drained, or uncertain about who you are, that is not connection. That is consumption. And you're not here to be consumed. You're here to radiate. You're here to expand. You're here to walk with people who fill your spirit, not quietly feed off it. Walking away from people who drain you isn't cruel. It's sacred. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's the highest form of self-devotion. And yes, you will feel guilt at first. Your inner child will whisper, "But what if they need me?" But your healed self will reply, "What if I need me more?" So, let this be the moment you rewrite the contract. I do not exist to be drained. I exist to shine. And from this day forward, I choose peace over performance, clarity over confusion, soul over obligation. Because the ones who are meant for you, they will never need to dim your light in order to feel okay in their own shadow. They will stand beside you, fully lit, fully conscious, fully alive. And together, you won't drain each other. You'll rise.